Ooh. All right, I actually want to open up this guy first. Also, I'm almost done Walking Dead now, and I'm unsure how I feel about this last season. It was getting good, but now it's just getting kind of stupid. Ooh. I might pick up a copper bottom for myself if this ends up... I mean, I think this is going to look good. Yeah, this already looks really nice with the copper bottom. Oh, man. I haven't seen the copper bottom in person. This is the first time I'm seeing it. Oh, that's nice. That is really nice, actually. And it has a nicer weight to it. It feels really premium. See, dude, okay, I think I saw Nathan build this. If it was up to me, obviously everyone's different, I would actually swap out my silver for this, perhaps. Heaviest configuration, all brass / copper options, is 7.5 pounds. That's kind of cool, though. I love mode stuff, man. Gotta admit, I've become one of their biggest fans. It's an expensive board with cheap switches, bad idea. No, because, okay, I don't know if anyone's out there like telling you, Victor, that you should go expensive board, expensive switches or not. Dude, some of the cheap switches are actually like the most top tier. Like they're the absolute most top tier. Don't listen. If anyone's giving you like false information or misinformation on that shit, ignore them. Expensive doesn't equal good in the Switch department, nor does it really matter in the keyboard department either, but just so you're aware. Got a little PCB action. Got this mount, which I don't know if we're gonna do, and then here's the accent plus weight. I don't know what font he picked. Mode makes classy boards. Agreed. Actually agreed. Oh, full copper, baby. There's so much copper. Okay. This is gonna be a sweet build today. Carbon fiber. I think this is carbon fiber. These are pink Robbin switches. They've been touched up a little bit. These are not stock. I've had these for a little while, and I was like, you know what? I was gonna use some Wu Chase switches because they felt pretty good, and I know how they sound in a Sonnet, but I was like, I could just use these. Pink Robbins are still very good stock. These have just been like, these were like sample that I feel like weren't as good as some of the other ones that I got. Oh, this is carbon fiber. Does this support both? I can never remember if it does. It does. Okay. I don't like my hair today, guys. I need a haircut so bad. I think that's what I might do tomorrow. You know what? Maybe I'll get a haircut tomorrow. It's getting a little long. Too long. The sides have all dude, it's crazy how fast the sides grow out too. Haircut stream? What's next on this? We gotta take this apart. This copper bottom is sexy. Look at this. This is like, it's hard to convey the texture of this as well, but it just looks beautiful. Yeah, it's so nice. So this just goes like this. We'll obviously take this out, but okay, that is looking sweet. I don't know if this appears to be too saturated on the screen here, but oh, look at that. That is so nice. That is so cool. Man, I wish I was a fan of the F-Row because every Sonnet I've seen is just beautiful. Wait, why don't you like it? Honestly, like if it's something to do with the way that the F-Row looks, then I totally understand. But it's the same, it's technically like almost the same width as the 65. Now that you've done this for quite a minute, which part of the keyboard process do you not look forward to the most? Shipping them back to clients. Hate that part, bro. Hate that part. Just want to keep them. Really starting to appreciate companies like Mode and Geon keeping replacement parts in stock. Dude, it is definitely nice to have that. On a real note though, worst part is this sounds stupid, I hate testing PCBs. Hate it. I don't know why. it's boring to me. It only takes like 5 minutes, but I honestly like, this is why it's like a requirement in my build process to have people test it beforehand. I always double check it because I'm anal about those things, but yeah, I hate that part. I don't know why. Got the gray Sonnet with multicolor accent. Ooh, think GMK Hallyu would work? Yeah, I think so. Why not? Honestly, that goes with everything. That whole color combo goes with just about everything. Is it these two screws for this? I think so, right? I test like 5 keys in a PCB. Dude, I sometimes do that. I'll give it a quick scan. But I've gotten to the point now where if there is a diode missing, I have like a whole parts box of old PCBs. I'll just take a diode off of something else and put it on the other one. Happened recently where I had to just replace a diode and I just took it off of one keyboard, put on the other. I just said screw it. All right. Is that a copper bottom? It is. It's a copper bottom with oh my God, this weighs so much. So this is the brushed copper accent. Was my favorite part of building a keyboard? Screwing in the last screw. Not even capping with you guys. When you put in that final screw in a build and flip it over, I don't know why, it's so satisfying. It is so nice. Ooh. Oh. Okay, we're gonna try top mount with this because I feel like top mount's the move for this Sonnet. ISO top. You know, GMK Firefly would look dope. It might look dope. It probably would look cool. But tonight we're using industrial keys. We're done this. This is all good now, guys. Let's plug this bad boy in. All right, let's put some keycaps on this guy. We're gonna use industrial keys from Novel Keys. I love this orange, man. This orange is sweet. Novel Keys is killing it with their keycap boxes. They're so nice. I really like this box. I'm a sucker for this color profile. Let's see how it looks in real life. Oh, I like this. This is actually really nice. I want to see those accent keys. Oh, I like this a lot. Yeah, I like this a lot, actually. Okay. I do think I'm gonna use this color shift. I'm gonna take some photos of this after I'm done. I'd love for industrial caps to have sub-legends. I'm kind of, I kind of don't mind sub-legends, but I feel like this works really well without them. Dude, look at this. That looks so good with this keycap set. Little side profile, copper. This is kind of really heavy. That looks really nice. Oh, dude, I might have to order the copper bottom. Shall we see what this sounds like? Can we get a drop test? I don't know about that. This is a price, technically like a client build. We'll just call it a client build. All right. Carbon fiber plate, pink Robbin switches. We're using PBT keycaps, copper bottom, copper accent, copper internal weight for this as well. Let's see what this sounds like. There is mid-plate foam as well. Let's see. Ooh. Dude, that sounds so good. Damn. I might get the copper bottom for myself. That sounds way, it sounds so full, man. I really like that. And the keycap set's industrial keys from Novel Keys. This actually turned out, I'm glad we didn't put as much foam as we put just a right amount of foam. And the pink Robbins feel and sound amazing too. So Isaac, I do think the copper bottom is really contributing to like a really, kind of like a heavier, bassier sound profile. But just plate foam for this. This is the ISO top. I had a feeling this would work well with this because there's so much density on the bottom of this. I had a feeling it might sound really, really good. Thoughts on carbon fiber plate? It definitely has like a bit of flex. I don't know if you guys can see this, but it's kind of soft, an ISO top mount with this. Pretty nice. Any tips on how to make your keyboard sound less muted? Less foam is probably the best thing to do. If you really want to bring out some pop, you could use a tape mod. I think that's a decent way, an attempt to kind of make it a little bit less muted sounding. So, all right, guys, take care. Love you guys and see you guys on Sunday. Peace out, everybody. Goodbye. Ooh.